So in this tutorial, we're gonna teach you how to find the exact values of trigonometric functions. Trigonometric functions are elementary functions, the argument of which is an angle. They describe the relation between the sides and the angles of a right triangle. Can be defined using a unit circle. So in these 6 trigonometric functions, we can find the values of the circular functions, namely sine, cosine, tangent, cosecant, secant, and cotangent. So here is cosine, and here is sine, and here is tan. While the other 3 are the reciprocal of the cosine, sine, and tangent. Now let's go to the unit circle. Here we can use the unit circle to get the values for sine, cosine, tangent, cosecant, secant, and cotangent. So as you can see, this is for cosine and this is for sine, x and y. And as you can see, there's 45, 90, 135 for the unit circle. Now let's go to tangent and cotangent identities. Using these identities, we can determine the tan theta and the cotangent theta, since they are just reciprocal of each other. So tan theta is equal to sine theta over cos theta. On the other hand, cotangent theta is equal to cosine theta over sine theta, because it's just a reciprocal of them. For the Pythagorean theory identities, using the Pythagorean theorem, we can get sine theta plus cos squared theta is equal to 1. And tan squared theta plus 1 is equal to secant squared theta. And 1 plus cotangent squared theta is equal to cosecant squared theta. For the reciprocal identities, like I said earlier, sine theta is equal to 1 over cosecant theta. And on the other hand, cosecant theta equals 1 over sine theta. They're just vice versa of versions of them. So let's continue. Cosine theta is equal to 1 over secant theta, and secant theta is equal to 1 over cosine theta, and tan theta is equal to 1 over cotangent theta, and cotangent theta is equal to 1 over tangent theta. Now let's go for an example. How about a point in a Cartesian plane, like 7 and negative 24. So this would be in the 4th quadrant, and plotting 24 here and 7. So using the Pythagorean theorem, we can put this as 24, 7. So we're going to find for tangent, the hypotenuse, the longest side of a right triangle. So we could have the tangent theta is equals to 7 over 24, which would be negative 2. So we can find the other 5 values, the cotangent, cosecant, cosine, secant, and sine. So for sine, we can use the opposite side, 7, and 25, because it is in the Pythagorean triplets, 7, 24, 25. And for cosine theta, this is equal to the 25 and negative 24. Now, all we have to do to find the other reciprocal identities, we can use cotangent as negative 34 over 7. Let's go to cotangent. And for sine theta, we can use cosine 25 over 7. And cosecant theta is equals to 25 over negative 24. So that's how to get the values without using a calculator, the numerical values of the trigonometric functions. Now let's go to this section, the exercise. Now, to find sine negative pi over 3, we have to use the identity for negative angles to write negative sine, negative pi over 3. And pi over 3 is in quadrant 1, and there is no need for either coterminal or reference angles since sine negative pi over 3 is evaluated directly as it follows. So, c equals to negative square root over 3. Ano yung nasabi? So, for number 2, find the exact value of cos negative 390. So, since cos is equals to another cos, like cos negative 390 degrees, c also equals to cos 390 degrees. And since 390 is more than 360, so we have to find the coterminal. So 390 minus 360 is equals to 30. So we have to use cos 30 degrees. And that would be square 3 over 2. Now for number 3, since 3 pi over 4 has its terminal side in quadrant 2, in quadrant 2 the secant is negative. Hence, secant 3 pi over 4 is also equals to negative sec and TR. TR is the reference angle to 3 pi over 4 and is given by pi minus 3 pi over 4 equals to pi over 4. And since secant pi over 4 equals to negative square root. Now let's go to number 4. To find the exact value of cotangent 121 pi over 3, we have to divide them. For example, 121 pi over 3 is equals to 120 pi over 3 plus pi over 3. And since 120 is divisible by 3, hence we can use 40 pi plus pi over 3. And a positive coterminal angle to 121 pi over 3 may be calculated as follows. So, T equals 121 pi over 3 minus 20 2 pi from 40 pi equals pi over 3. And since we're gonna find the cotangent here, so cotangent pi over 3 also is equals to square root of 3 over 3. And please subscribe to our video. Thank you.